A few moments ago, as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel, they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 8 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year. 4
yards the pickup, 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And, boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Quinn. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Haskins to throw it. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Haskins. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That is caught at the 7-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Check.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, Pay dirt. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start the drive with Love here. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On play action, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he finds McLaurin. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Washington. Hey, check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50.
Now Haskins on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Quinn. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Haskins will throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Haskins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, he can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go, and the pressure gets to him again. Ryan Kerrigan in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
The left side throw complete to Adams. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, an even 90 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 1st and 10, Haskins. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
52's the mark, boy. 52.
Throwing on first down. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. Haskins now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. First and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. And this is caught at the 8. A well-executed 22-yard gain. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them attacking right here on this play.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside.
Let's go.
Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
And able to find Graham, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end, Graham. Packer first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, first and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys have now moved out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Let's go!
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A good pickup there, a 22. first down. Haskins. Complete. It's a rookie from Ohio State, Terry McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense. He's getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes, as his guys have now moved out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be taken short. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. That's an 83-yard kick return touchdown, as they have taken the lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. Second quarter down to the scoreboard, you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 1st and 10, Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Quinn. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And now running right through it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big run there by Jones. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ryan Kerrigan. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Throwing on 1st down. Haskins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Haskins now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harmon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. the play fake. Here's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. The big man get the oxygen tank ready. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to call for it.
Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Haskins to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. On first down, it's Haskins. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Quinn. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins, this is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Here's Rodgers throwing on 3rd and long. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
And that's complete to Lewis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Montez Sweat with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Montez Sweat, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
52 is the mark, boys. 52.
Now Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Haskins. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 29 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we said?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now, this one complete on the slant route. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Pulled in at the 24. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Haskins going to try to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 44 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out. Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone. They win big.
This is Love, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Montez Sweat in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker. Yeah.